guys, my name's Tamara's Never Seen, and this is Tamara Chambers. And I'm sick. I have a lot of things that are keeping me well. But I do have a fox, and this is a onesie. Yesterday on my Twitter page, I put up a poll asking if you wanted me to see Independence Day, Groundhog Day, or Ferris Bueller's Day Off for the first time. Ferris Bueller's Day Off won by quite a large amount. Secondly, Groundhog Day, and then Independence Day, which I did not think was going to be the case. I thought people would want me to watch Independence Day. So pretty. Can't I put makeup on for this? It's a regret that I'm having. Anyways, I'm gonna watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which is, I feel like, actually very perfect for my situation because sick, taking days off from work, and also watching a movie is basically the only thing I can do at this point in my life. So
Tamara's Never Seen.
Okay. All right, I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was a fun movie, for sure. And I just want to say, right at the beginning, he's faking sick, obviously, to get his whole day off. And I hate him. I'm like watching this with bronchitis and like fever, and he's like, I'm so sick, mother, please. He's being a big faker, and it's great. Especially since his sister comes in and sees that he's faking, and she hates him. She's so mad that he gets to stay home from school. She storms out of his room and is like, that's it. I want out of this family. That was the last straw on what I assume is a long list of things, but that is the last straw that makes you want to leave your family. It's a little extreme. So then you jump to the school and the teacher is calling out roll call, and all I can think of is the Ron sketch with Key and Peele. And if you don't know what I'm referencing, then all I can say to you is, you've never seen that? I can literally not believe that you've never seen that. That is so offensive to me that you've never seen that. What else do people say to me? Did you grow up under a rock or something? You must have come from an Amish household. F you for never seeing that. See what I did there? I'm being you guys. I'm being the commenters. It's like full circle. Good job, Tamara. Thanks, Tamara. You're welcome, Tamara. Stupid. So Ferris calls Cameron, who is his best friend, and Cameron is actually sick. And he's like, come over here and pick me up because I don't have a car, blah, blah, blah. And Cameron's just like, I'm dying. I'm like, literally same. I feel you. There were so many moments in this movie that I was just like, same. Yeah, same. All right, so first of all, the principal is the worst, obviously. And this just is reminding me of my senior year of high school, and I was an awful student. I knew that after high school I wasn't gonna go to like traditional college. I went to like a 2-year acting conservatory, and I was just watching this like, I understand this. Watching this as a high schooler, I would have loved this movie. I wrote, the assistant Grace is lovely though. No, you know what? No physical skits in this episode. I'm sick. But look at this pencil, though. It shoots a cat out of its head. So Ferris somehow has access to his school's computer through his computer. He uses this computer in incredible ways, considering it's giant and it's just like the green screen and like the text is super blocky, like super old 80s computer. Also, their family must be well off if he got a computer for his birthday or Christmas or whatever it was, because they were expensive. That took me by surprise. I wrote down that he's popular and everyone has a crush on him, which I understand. If I was in high school seeing this movie, I probably would have had a crush on him as well. But I had a crush on Inspector Gadget instead. So Cameron goes to Ferris's house and they do this whole thing where they get Sloane out of the school by calling the principal and saying that Sloane's grandmother died. And then the principal is like, this must be Ferris. And then he tells Sloane's father on the line that she needs to... It's just too much to explain for me right now. I'm struggling so hard. Oh my god. You've all seen the movie, you know what happens. So the whole thing happens, and the principal still thinks that Ferris is behind it, but they get Sloane out of school for the day. So it's like the threesome, they're all going out, having a great time in the city. Ferris gets mad at Cameron and like kicks him a little bit, and Cameron is like, you don't hit me. That's not how this works. We are friends. You can't take advantage of me, even though he does the whole movie. But you can't hit me though. So don't do that. It's really cute and nice, and Ferris is like, I'm so sorry. You're right. You're right. Then he goes and like manipulates him into using his dad's Ferrari that was like, well, there was only 100 of them made, and it was just, I felt bad for Cameron. This entire movie. Cameron and Sloane were my favorite characters who were on screen the most. I also really liked the sister, and I also really liked the hostess at the fancy restaurant, but we're getting to that. As somebody who lives in Chicago, it's really exciting to see movies that are set in Chicago. So this was really fun to see them driving around causing mischief in downtown Chicago. So they give a valet in a parking garage $5 to look after the car, meaning they paid for the car to get stolen. Because honestly, I really thought that car was gone. I can't believe it wasn't gone. It might have caused less problems if it was gone, maybe, in the end, but whatever. We're getting ahead of ourselves now. So then cut to the mom checking in on Ferris, and the whole rig of the dummy in bed with the snoring going on, and like the lever as you open the door, it like moves him a bit. It's just so brilliant. As a kid, I would have just died over seeing this. Like, that's so fun to watch. It was similar to when I watched The Goonies. I was like rigs like that are exciting and so cool, and I wish I would have seen that aspect of this movie as a child, for sure. I wrote down, oh my god, the waiter is the best, my favorite character. Ferris continues to be the worst, followed around by his likable friend and girlfriend who can't say no to him. So I guess I didn't like Ferris that much in this film. But I think, like I said, like if I would have seen it as a kid, I would have absolutely adored him. But as an adult, I'm just like, no, you're kind of just like a little rich jerk. But that's because I didn't grow up with it. So then they go from this really fancy restaurant to a baseball game. Awesome day so far. And the principal is like looking up, but only when he's not on screen at the baseball game. It's really good. And the principal asks the guy at he's at a food place, a restaurant, food place, as we like to call it here. And he's like, what's the score to the cook? And the cook's like 0-0. He's like, who's winning? And he's like, the Bears. Which is so good. I like that. And I know that people have quoted that before, and it went right over my head. So now I'm in the loop, y'all. I made it. Started at the bottom, now we're here. Like here. Still a long way to go. So they have a very cultured outing at the Art Institute. They keep running into the father. The principal can't break into Ferris's house. The whole community is rallying for Ferris. In Chicago, water towers are everywhere. It kind of shows you where you are, because each neighborhood has one. So this one, whichever neighborhood just completely jumped ship and just changes it to save Ferris, because everyone thinks he's dying. He has so much sympathy in this movie, and he's just like this little awesome jerk kid who's just getting away with shit. Oh, here's something. I said, holy shit, did the principal just crash a vase on the dog? He's trying to get in the house and the dog starts attacking him, and then the next shot you see is just a vase with flowers, and then the dog is like out of it. That's dark. Cameron is hilarious and his voices are amazing, I wrote. So the sister comes home and confirms her hunch that Ferris was in fact faking it, and she flips. Then she finds the principal of her school in the house. She doesn't recognize him in the moment because it's just an intruder in her house, and she just kicks the shit out of him. It's awesome. But also, how creepy would it be to come home, be scared that there's an intruder in your house, and then find out that it's your principal of your school? That's so creepy. She's like, there's an intruder in my house, and I am very cute, very alone, and very protective of my body. That was another moment when I was like, same, honestly, same. Then they get the car back from the garage, and I am just in awe that they didn't just take the car, they just took it out for a joyride, which racked up the mileage, which the dad would, I guess, definitely notice, because it only had like 106 miles on it. Now it's got like 326 or something, which is a big deal, but not the like biggest of deals, but Cameron flips out. So they take the car back to kind of do some rewinding of the mileage, and that's not working, and Cameron's just like, you know what? Screw it, I'm gonna ruin the car. So he like busts in the bumper, and then the car just gets ruined. It's the most stressful scene in all of cinematic history. You can fight me on that. No, I know it's not, but it's really stressful. Well, I just don't like to get in trouble, and so I still, as an adult, have like a fear of getting in trouble, and so that scene just stressed me out so much. Reverses into this glass wall, falls down a cliff. The car is ruined, the garage is ruined, and then there's this really weird, like, resolution moment where Ferris is like, it's my fault, which it is, I'll take the blame. And Cameron's like, no man, I got it. And there's this really uplifting music going on behind them, and I think it's supposed to make me feel good, like, cool, their friendship is on good terms, great. But it just makes me feel like, here he goes again. This little douche getting away with shit. Holy young Charlie Sheen. Also, Ferris's sister, who I never got her name, Jeannie? Maybe that's what it is. She is at the police station because they brought her in for making a prank phone call because they didn't believe that there was an intruder in her house, which is ridiculous. You have to believe women. God. So the running home scene is really awesome, where he's trying to get home before his parents get home so that they can't like check in on him. That is awesome. He goes through so many houses and backyards and in through houses, and it's very like 80s hijinks. So he's at the back door about to get in. The parents are in the driveway, and the principal comes up and is like, I got you, Ferris. Bum, bum, bum. And then in a surprising turn of events, the sister saves him. She's like, oh, come on in, Ferris. Also, we found your wallet in my house, you motherfucker. I love the demise of the principal in this movie. So he makes it in bed right as the parents are opening the door, and you, in that moment, think, man, what a cool day that was. You did so many things, not in trouble. You, like, totally pulled off the best day off ever, which is what this movie was trying to do. I don't know why he was kind of redeemed in the end by getting the sister's help. I don't know why that helped me like his character more, but for some reason, since she was like, all right, you're cool, I was like, okay, you're cool. The very end was super funny. He's like, you're still here? Go home. It's done. It's over. Was that something that Deadpool was parodying at the end of Deadpool? Am I confusing endings of credits? I don't know, guys. Very, very hyped up on Dayquil right now. I had a lot of fun with this movie, and I think that some of the characters are really strong. I think maybe the hype of this movie is just like a little overrated, and it's what I expected. What are you still doing here? It's over. Get out of here. Go.